Hey, what's up? Hello, 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 hello. Hi, hello. Thank you. Thank you for the resounding applause, guys. No, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. How you doing today, sweetie? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. Hi. Hello. It's gonna be a short stream tonight. Please don't kill me. I know. I'm sorry. Like, thank you for the gifted sub. Wait, hang on. I just got here. Wait, no, I'm overwhelmed. Hang on. Whoa. Calm down. We haven't even said hi yet. All right? Give me a minute. Just hang on. I'm very tired. I woke up at 6 this morning to go to work. It's now 10 p.m. I've been awake for 16 hours, and I'm really tired. So I'm going to go to bed right after stream. Therefore, we're going to do a little short stream. We just sit and hang out today. We don't do a ton of those, except we do them all the time. So, you know, but I don't think we've had just a little catch up in a little minute, and I like talking to you guys. So I'd like to just hang out and do nothing for a stream. I think that would be nice. I've missed you guys. I'm sorry I had to take the other day off. My grandma was sick. I was helping her out with some stuff. She's feeling better today, which is nice. But I, you know, I'm trying to be a good granddaughter and help, you know, trying to be good. Hi Fisky, today's been good. 16 hours shift 48, you might like it. Please go to bed. How do you eat your fries? What? I eat them raw, man. Disappointing loss streak this MTG season. Well, number one, it's not a loss streak. Let's clarify a few things here. Alright, I let Toma win a game out of the kindness of my heart because I wanted it to end. The other time, I should have paid more attention to the third person at the table instead of just bullying Toma. What's up, Kappa? How you doing today, sweetie? Hello. Welcome in. But yeah, Magic the Gathering's been fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's a good game. I have a lot of fun. We went to an actual like Magic like card shop that they have like tables at and stuff. It's like meant to be kind of like a cafe, card shop, hang out and play Magic the Gathering or do D&D or, you know, whatever other card game you want to play. So I ended up being there. I know that this might come as a shock to many of you, but I was one of 3 women in the building. But their women's bathroom, very nice. I don't think I could teach you Magic the Gathering. I hardly understand it myself. I'm playing some more tomorrow with another one of my friends, which I'm really excited about. Dude, is this all I can do? Wait, what do you mean? Please go to bed. Go to bed. Actually, hang on. No, go to bed. Also, yeah, the plushie is still available if you guys want to contribute to it. I've kind of, I don't know, I almost cried like right before stream just because I don't know how to say this in like a way that's like okay, I knew that the plushie got funded and I comprehended that, but I literally just kept telling myself that like, oh, it has to get to like this number for it to be real. And for me that was like, I want like 100 people to contribute to it. Like I don't want it to be like 100 like plushies being bought. Like I want it to be 100 people, and 102 people have contributed to the plushie, and I still just can't tell myself that that's real because that is just like so unfathomable to me, and very overwhelming, and I'm very grateful, and I just cannot comprehend that even a lot, like not even a little bit, and that's just I just can't comprehend that in my head, and I don't know. I just cannot comprehend that many people wanted to invest in the plushie and pay for it and buy it and everything. And I mean, thank you guys so much for the unbelievable support. Like consistently, you guys have been so amazing to me. And like truly, it does really mean the entire world to me that you guys want to support me in that way and stuff. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Let me also catch up on my noties here and say hi to everybody. So if you haven't redeemed hi, make sure you redeem hi. Otherwise, I'm not going to say hi to you. Ready? Drago, hello. Flame, congrats on first. Hi, JPR. Hi, Cryptic. Hi, M. Hi, Flame. Hi, Clayton. Hi, Nemo. Hi, Kaboom. Hi, Void. Bone. Thank you for the 3 stream streak. Hi, IDK. Hi, Angel. Hi, Flash. Hi, Samurai. Nemo. Thank you for the 10 stream streak. Hi, Encrypted. Hi, Winless. Noah. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. Hello, what's up? Hi, Upside, thank you again for the gift of sub. I really, really appreciate it. Hi, Hawkeye. Hi, Hunter. Hi, Matt. Hi, Upside. Hi, Deltic. Hollow Knight, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. Hi, Galactic, and hi, Sparrow. Welcome in, welcome in. I appreciate it. Was my $8 was that gifted? I appreciate it. Please don't spend all your money on me. No, save your $8 for yourself, man. But yeah, this is the first time that I've oh god, soda's spilling. This is the first time I've gone outside and played Magic, and it was a trip for sure. Obviously, you guys know I'm single, but I'm not public about my dating life for like a number of reasons. There's reasons why I'm not very public about when I go on dates and stuff like that usually. I think it was like maybe a year ago. I went on a few dates with this guy.
DeadlyBoop is
and
6'4" on there?
I know him because he's like on the outskirts of my friend group. You're single? Doubt, bro. The amount of people that think I'm lying about that. The amount of people that are like, no, you're not actually single. There's no way. And I have to explain to them that like, yeah, no, actually, I don't have a partner. Like that is, I'm not even lying about that. Anyways, so about a year ago, I went out. I think I talked about this maybe briefly. This is, I believe, before I really, really blew up. So it had been maybe 2 years ago, maybe beginning of last year. I'm not actually 100% on when it was. But I had been on a dating app and I had matched with this guy and I was like, I recognize him. And I had seen him working his like day job prior and I thought that's where I knew him from. But I had met him several years prior to this happening at like a party that one of my friends hosted because he knew one of my friends and he was on, like I said, like the outskirts of my friend group. And so I thought he was cute. He thought I was cute because I am. And so we went on a couple of dates and he's, I will say, in hindsight, obviously, perfectly fine gentleman. Okay. He was very sweet to me. He bought me flowers. You know, he was very sweet. I will give him credit where credit is due. However, I have severe social anxiety. I feel like you guys know this at this point. I have pretty bad social anxiety. I have issues with like, I don't like to go in public and be like, I'm here, you know, like I want to go in public and just exist and everything and just be a normal fucking human being, right? Like I don't need the world to know that I'm somewhere. And I'm not saying that as DeadlyBoop. I'm saying that as like me, a person, right? Obviously, like, if I'm going to a convention and people know who I am, that's a completely separate thing. I'm talking just day-to-day fucking life. No one knows me at all. They don't know me as DeadlyBoop. They know me as, you know, Claudia Claudiuson. But anyway, so, okay. I have really, really big issues because my ex would do this shit where he would, like, make people uncomfortable or kind of make a scene when we were in public together, and I really, really hated all of that. And that was one of my biggest pet peeves in that last relationship. And so I made it very clear with this guy who was, I believe he was like a year younger than me, or is, maybe he might be like a couple months younger than me. Not by a lot. Claudia daughter, well, you know, sometimes people walk in the streets and they get hit by buses. What am I supposed to do? The beasts just sometimes want to hit people. And I'm saying beast is in the plural of bus. Sorry. I was taking a sip of my soda. So, anyways, that's like one of my biggest pet peeves in the entire world, right? Bus shows flare! What's wrong? There's something wrong with that. Anyways, so I had explained to him prior to us going on any dates in like the talking phase before we even went out on dates and stuff. I said, hey, I'm sorry. This is like such a huge pet peeve for me. I cannot stand when people do this. This man then proceeded on every single date we were on. I think we went on maybe 3 dates to like make a scene and just be like unbelievably awkward and weird in person and make it everyone else's problem. And I fucking hated it. And I'm talking about like, just this man didn't know how to exist as a human being, and it irked me really, really bad. And he would constantly talk about You would, yeah, I know, you would constantly talk in an anime voice. And it was, okay, it's not like the worst thing in the entire world, but like, I get being chronically online. Okay, let me explain this. There's nothing wrong with being fucking weird, okay? Don't make it my problem that you are weird, you know what I mean? And, okay, he would just talk in like an anime voice, and he'd be like, oh my god, the weather is so nice outside. And I'd be like, why are we doing this? Like, and he would do it to other people. Right? And he would do it to me, and I'd be like, can you stop doing that? And he couldn't not do that. And that wasn't like the only reason. He was also not that great of a kisser. Let me start there. And I didn't really like him that much, you know what I mean? I wasn't really like attracted to him. But I could not get over the fact that he wouldn't stop talking in the anime voice. And it wasn't like all of the time. It was just like random. And yeah, no, it was a secondhand cringe. And it was just like perfectly sweet guy. I mean, he bought me flowers and whatever, but he lived in a completely separate fucking world than I did. Yeah, like the Deku accent, literally. It was so awkward for me. I just can't do that shit. I literally, like, I can't. It's just embarrassing. Like, I also have a friend who I'm still friends with this person, but we'll go outside and they literally will not stop asking questions. And I told my friends in our friend group, I was like, do not put me in the same room as this man when we are in public, because I'm going to slap the living shit out of him in Minecraft, because I can't do it. I can't do with the whole, like, and I don't know if it's like me like projecting my anxiety onto other people, and like, you know, these people are, you know, free of cringe and whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? But I can't go in public when people just don't know how to operate as a normal human being, because like I myself, I'm chronically online, but I can go up to like a server at a restaurant and order my food like a normal human being. You know what I mean? Also, Kimmy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. And Britt, thank you for the 5-stream streak. I also saw you said hi, and I didn't read your entire message, which is my bad, but I'm gonna scroll back up and say hi properly if I can find your name in here. It's hard to read things sometimes. Just say it again. Just say the thing again. It's learning us is stupid and or obvious. It was stupid and or obvious. It was like a butterfly would fly by. You know the picture of the guy, like, is this a butterfly? It was shit like that. Or it was stuff that's like, where are we going? After we had just spent like 20 minutes deciding where we're going and what we're doing and who's driving who and where and like all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, were you not there for that conversation that you partook in? Like, what do you mean? And it would be like every like 5 or 10 seconds, it was a new question. And it was just again and again and again and again and again and again. And it just drove me up it still drives me up a fucking wall. I don't know what it is. Dead love! Nice. Den Love, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. If you guys don't know me, my name is DeadlyBoop. I'm a 6'4" cat girl VTuber. Hello. Welcome in. How was your stream? Thank you for the raid. How was my missus? I love that game. I love that game. I think it's very fun. Oh, damn, it's Dead Love. I know, right? Can you believe they raided me? Oh my goodness, so flattered. And welcome in, Raiders. If you guys need to head out, if you need to get food, get water, go to bed, do whatever you need to do, please do that before watching a stream. I don't want you here if you have something you need to be doing. Do that thing first. The VODs will be up. They're posted on YouTube. Please. And yeah, we're just hanging out today. We're just chilling. We're just yapping. I'm talking about a guy I went on a couple dates with who was so cringe. But yeah, he would do, I got you. That's my newest YouTube video, and there's also the VOD channel. Anyways, as I was saying, he would do the anime voice all the time, and it drove me crazy, and I can't have secondhand embarrassment. I can't. That's why I'm staying single. Yeah, why do you guys think I've been single for 2 years? It's the men. I swear to God. Maybe I need to just start dating girls exclusively, because at this point, but okay, it was... Deku accent for the Raiders. Okay, this man would unironically... what did I even say before? What, like, oh my God, the weather outside is so nice. And he would do shit like that constantly. It was like a vocal stim, which is like fine, but like I can't do it when you do it to other people. I think I attract embarrassing men. I do. I can't be on dates with people who cannot be a human being. And I don't know how to explain this. Like, you need to have confidence in yourself. And I saw that, like, not to bring my ex up, like, constantly, but I saw that a lot in my ex. Like, he could be a fully functioning human being. He was fucking weird and like to make people uncomfortable, but when it came to being an adult, he could be an adult and he could exist as a human, you know what I mean? And he could still be funny and like have fun and stuff. And I find that to be ideal in a partner where it's like, okay, yeah, we can like go and be silly, goofy, funny, haha, cringe on the internet, but we can also go out to a nice like upscale restaurant and, you know, order our food for ourselves and talk like a normal human being, man. Oh my God. And like, it's fine to be cringy, like be as cringy as you want to be, but don't make it someone else's problem. You know what I mean? Like, don't talk to me in an anime voice. Y'all are gonna come meet me at TwitchCon and shit and come talk to me in a fucking anime voice. I know you are, and it's gonna be terrible, and I'm gonna be so embarrassed. You never supposed to be normal. There's a difference. There's such a huge difference between, like, I'm trying to be laughed at and I am laughing with you, right? Like, not like I'm trying to be cringy because I want people to laugh at me or because, like, I think that this is, you know, cool and quirky. I don't know. It's just... That's it? Okay, good. Don't ever change that. Just do the one British accent and have that be the only thing that you do. I leave internet stuff here, act normal outside. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And you can be weird in person and everything. Like, me and my coworkers meow at each other. That's weird, but that's okay because you're not... Like, that's cringy to somebody, right? But we're fucking around. We're going meow every time we walk past one another. You're close to where you are. That's, yeah, you're allowed to be cringe. But if you're taking a girl out on a date, please don't talk to the waiter in a fucking Deku voice. That's all I'm asking for. It's really simple. Anyways. So today, I went out. And we went to like a card shop, cafe, whatever the fuck. And I'm sitting there and I'm playing with my friends, and one of my coworkers, who's also one of my friends, was there, and his friends were there, and there was a lot of people that I knew, and we're all sitting at this big old table. We're playing 2 separate games. We're hanging out, having a good time. And one of my friends turns to me and goes, "He's here," right? Like, says his name. What should we call him? Deku's here, right? He goes, "Deku is here." And I look up and I see this man in the corner of the room, and I go, oh my God, because I'm not only is he there, chat caught on, not only is he there, he's also, I have to face him, right? Because he's at like the back wall, and that is what I am facing, is the back wall of the room. Oh my God. So I wasn't really looking at him. I was playing Magic. I was just playing the game, right? Obviously, it's not a big deal, but it was so fucking embarrassing. My face got so red immediately. And so they're asking me, like, what even happened? Like, what went wrong? Like, why did you even stop talking to this guy? And I was like, because he was fucking cringy. And I can't pretend that I didn't see him because my friends know him. So if he walks into a room full of people and he sees people he recognizes, obviously he knows my friends, right? And so both of my friends, I think, know this guy, if not one more than the other. But one of my friends goes up and says hi to him and is talking to him. And it's like, oh yeah, no, he definitely saw you. He was saying that he saw you. Blah, blah, fucking blah. I'm like, did you bring me up to this man? What is going on? Anyways. And then they started making fun of me because my face got really red. Because when I get embarrassed, my face gets real red. And then my face was red for like the entire rest of the night. Because it was just so awkward. Not that we're on bad terms, but it just reminded me of how fucking cringe that man is. Of course he'd be in the fucking card shop that I'm at on the same night that I'm there with my friends having a good time. They're like, oh yeah, he has a girlfriend now. I'm like, good for her, man. I didn't want him. It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing for me, man. Not that he's not a nice person, right? Like, bro. He is a nice human being. I will give him credit where credit is due. He didn't do anything wrong besides being fucking insanely goddamn cringe. I don't know anything about... Where is Deku from? My Hero? Right? I don't know. You nice people? Bro. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Because, like, the last guy that I just recently went on a date with, he was really awkward. I just can't do awkward. I need you to be confident. You know what I mean? Be confident in yourself. Don't be nervous around me. I think that that's a big thing. You can be a little bit nervous, but don't be like so nervous that you're like stumbling over yourself. You know what I mean? Are you censoring yourself, or did my chat get reset? Someone say fuck really quick. Yeah, why are you censoring yourself? Nerd? Holding up my rifle marriage during their day. Oh no. Yeah, thank you, chat. Why are you censoring yourselves? Who's out here censoring? What if I'm naturally stumbly? That's what you can be, naturally stumbly. I think you need to preface and be like, sorry, I'm just, you know, really bad at balance. I wouldn't know anything about that. Also earlier, aforementioned cat, if you guys were here at the beginning of stream, my cat ran in front of me and I dropped one of my Diet Cokes on the ground. If you know anything about carbonated drinks, that shit ain't being touched again, I'll tell you that much. Just do the bare minimum. That's crazy. Not swearing in my stream is probably the craziest thing you could do.
DeadlyBoop is 6'4" on there. Yeah, I can probably do that.
Day is very different though. I have no clue. That is true. Like, you might not normally be like awkward around somebody, but like on a first date, yeah. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's a level of like awkwardness and being nervous that's like, for me, acceptable, and like also it's unacceptable. Do you guys see why I'm single? But like, I need to go out with you, and I want you to hold the door open for me, and I want you to order my food for me, and I want you to, you know, take charge, right? like please, like, take charge and do stuff. Don't, you know, wait for me to do everything for you. I'm not your fucking mother. Terrified of where the hand goes? Wait, what do you mean? I guarantee you I can shoot a watermelon 18 meters with a 20 gauge is crazy. I want a video of that. I want to see a watermelon like explode from getting shot in Minecraft. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I'm going to stop talking about guns. Bang, 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 bang. Pew, 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 pew. Thank you, Kendall. I appreciate it. Hi, Zyax. Lonely for life. Same. So Swear was an admittance of something. I think it's that I'm too picky. You know, my mom like sat me down a while ago. She was like, well, you know, it's because you're really picky. And I was like, I mean, yeah, but like, do I want to sit here and pretend like I would be with someone I'm not like really content with? You know what I mean? Like, I see so often people get in these relationships and they don't actually care about one another. And like, they're just together because it's like the easiest thing to do, or, you know, whatever is convenient for them, or just because they've been with that person for so long they don't know anything else. And I wouldn't put myself through that. I would not put myself in that situation, because I've been in bad situations. You guys know this. Like, I had so many issues with my ex. He was a piece of shit to me, but I'm never going to put myself back in a situation where I'm unhappy with somebody and I'm forcing myself to like them and be with them just because, like, the time invested I've had with them is so, you know, X amount of years, days, weeks, months, whatever, right? Like, I'm going to do that to myself. But I blew one over the firework years ago. I'm sorry, what? I need a video of this. Think I can shoot a watermelon with a dart? That would be cool. I want watermelon now. Maybe I'll go buy a watermelon tomorrow. How do you cut a watermelon without dying? Like cutting your hand off, you know what I mean? No, it's 420,000 points for a chance at VIP. I should add Magic the Gathering into there so we could 1v1 in Magic. That'd be cool. As good as you easily, you're a bit not gonna find someone as good as you easily. You're a bit above average. Thank you. I appreciate it. What do you mean a bit above average? What does that mean? A chance? Yeah, it's a VIP 1v1. You have to 1v1 me to get VIP. You have to prove your worth. You have to prove your worth to get the diamond bestowed upon you. You cannot get it for free. It is but a ye chance. What's up, Bo? Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Bone, I don't think I could say that I've done that. 1v1 in what category? What are things that you're bad at, unrelated to that question? Too nice and morally correct. There has to be something wrong somewhere. It's the daddy issues. No, I think I'm not a great person. On Tuesdays. Wait, it's Tuesday! Oh my god. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Everyone has faults as a person being, a human being. I just think that me personally, like, I try to be a better person, and I mean that really authentically, because I don't seek to bring negativity into the world in like a malicious way. Like, yeah, I'm sarcastic, but I'm not out to seek violence all the time. You know what I mean? Like, not like that. I did it yesterday. What's a red flag? Ooh, wait, I want to do that. Wait, hang on, let me go up. I missed some. And it's an 80-20 for me? What does that mean? What is it? You think you're better than me? Rock, paper, scissors. Ooh, that could be fun. Mad at fighting games. Well, you have a chance to pick the game, because it's what? It's Tetris. Valorant, I think, is in there. I don't know. We can just pick something. Whoever, I don't think anyone has redeemed it in a really long time, because I set it pretty high, because M redeemed it like 5 million times. So I tried to make it so you can kind of pick what we do, but it's more like a game that I also would be on a level playing field with you in. So like, it could be Magic, it could be rock, paper, scissors, it could be Tetris, you know, it could be, you know, something. But it's just to have a little fun with it. That way it's not just like a given, because I have a limited amount of VIP slots. Because unfortunately for me, I know a lot of people, and a lot of them also are streamers, and then if I take someone's VIP badge away, I feel really bad about it. I don't want to do that to people. I took Dan's badge away and made him a mod. I think he was testing something, though. I love Ophelia. It was only 4 times, and that's too many. Tier maker, create relationship red flag. Well, this is just a tier. This is, oh my god, that's a lot of things in there. Okay, let me make sure it doesn't ask me to, like, sign in. Oh my god, this is... Can't even read this. Here, well, sure, we'll do the red flag quiz. This is a good thing to do. You have good ideas, Encrypted. You're hired to pick what we do for stream today, and nothing else. Okay, let's do this, and then this. See if we can't get this. How is this for viewing? And I will read them aloud. Is this good for yeah. Yeah, that couldn't happen. That'd be weird. I did it yesterday. I like, this could be fun. I'd like to hear your opinions on this too. This is the point in time where I will allow you guys to say, in a hypothetical situation with not me in it, but like someone that has what I'm saying, would you date them? Like, is this a red flag deal breaker for you as well? I think that like, I want to hear what you have to say. 2 gambles in a row. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Instant deal breaker, Stinky. Mods, ban that guy. To be a member of Ophi's cult, she's not even, is she even online? You think if I call her, she'd answer? Oh, she's offline. I'm not gonna call her. She's offline. I don't want to call her if she's offline.
Made me drink
Is she always offline? I don't know.
I'll admit the Dasani was over the line.
I don't know. Someone give Bone some points. Throw him a bone. Do you get it? Hey guys. Hey guys. Why did it get really quiet in here? Hey guys. Hey guys. You're still here, right? You think you're playing, right?
Oh, bro.
Oh wow, a Kai Bear emote. What a cool guy. I don't know if he said anything. What a cool guy. I predicted something today about Kai Bear. I don't know if he's posted. I should check if he's posted before I say nothing. I don't want to say nothing without having him say something first. I know nothing about nothing. I didn't give point yet. I think we did exclamation give point. Okay, I forgot that he doesn't use Twitter. Hey, has anyone heard anything about Kai Bear today? I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, anyways. That's a lot of I love you. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with people loving me? Chat loves me. Send him into the sheep room. Okay. Slide for a very short time. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything then. I'm not gonna say anything. But I did predict something. Tolerate. What the hell, man? Won a mob guessing game and is now in a boat. he did so good. He did so good. You're just saying, I'm not sticky! Do you believe all random sticky notes you see on cat girls on the internet? Oh, wait, for those of you who play Magic, I have a Y'shtola playmat.
Thank you.
Sean Dale, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. And Nala, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team, you guys.
Thank you.
I have a Y'shtola playmat now. I bought it because my normal one I play with is actually a mouse pad that is too big to play on like the table we were playing on. So I bought a smaller one because I knew we'd be out today. And we were playing on it, and my friend said that we're incels because we were playing with Y'shtola, me and one of my friends. And then he played the Y'shtola deck with Y'shtola card sleeves, which is really funny. Anyways, we're incels. Hi, Zalaria! I do love the one and only DeadlyBoop, and you should. And if you don't love me, I will ban you. Is it Pot of Grief from Magic? No, that's from, I think that's from Yu-Gi-Oh! That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Oh, man. So it reminds me of the schedule for the Resident Evil games. I need to do the one soon.
Yeah,
we'll try. I'm gonna try to do them weekly, but this week is like a weird one because like I'm trying to figure out what's even. There's so many things happening. I have a very big commission due very soon, and I need to work on that. And so my brain has not been. You know, I like Y'shtola. I really do like her. I liked playing her because my friend had like kind of an upgraded deck, and I really enjoyed playing her. But yeah, no, I have a very important commission due on the 10th, and I've just been working on that nonstop. So I haven't really been playing games offline, and I'm trying to work-life balance right now is what's going on. So that's where we're at with that. Maybe cover bank can still see it. No, let's ban them. All right, let's do the red flag quiz. Listen, chat, I'm not going to get political because the first two are about politics. I will not be talking anything about politics, and I'm not going to encourage you to do so either because this isn't really a place for it. This is my escape from it, but I will say if I have different political alignments with somebody, if they are the important ones, it is an instant deal breaker. That is just who I am as a person. I think that my beliefs are such a core part of who I am that I wouldn't be with somebody who inherently disagrees with me. If you have a different idea on how our tax dollars should be spent, like you think they should be spent on roads and I think they should be spent on building more hospitals, that's an okay thing that we can disagree on. But the core things, my core values that align with political beliefs, I don't think need to be separate in a relationship. I think they should be the same. I think there should be challenges in what you believe in. But I don't think that those things should be so misaligned that they might have voted for like a different person entirely and vote on a completely different party. Just going depends on the situation. No. I think that it's pretty good to say different political alignments because this is talking specifically about alignments. I think specifically alignments, who you are voting for, is an instant deal breaker for me because I don't think that people who vote for a different political party than me have the same morals as me, if that makes sense. Spend all of your money gambling in chat. Give a moment of boost. So just out here gambling. Invest in politics. I think you should be invested in politics, at least to some degree. I think that it is good to keep up to date on politics and have an opinion on the world around you. I took AP Gov when I was in high school, and that was one of the things that was like drilled into my brain when I was in AP Gov. I think that I think it's really, really important for you to stay politically involved no matter where you live or anything like that. I think you should be involved in what's happening around you and the world around you. And I think that you should be well informed on the things that you're voting on and the things that you believe in, etc. And I think that lack thereof is detrimental to you as a person. Because you could be like, oh, I'm going to vote no on this law. And then that law is actually the reason why you lost your job. You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff. I think it's very, very important to stay up to date on that stuff. If you practice a religion, I don't really care. I don't practice any type of religion. I don't think I've ever told you guys that. I don't really practice any religion at all. I have my own beliefs about stuff, but I don't think that practicing a different religion really affects anything about the relationship. Obviously, if you have different like ideals about when you should get married and that kind of stuff and like whatever, But to me, it kind of doesn't really matter what you practice. I think that I like a lot of religions. I'm not gonna lie. As someone who isn't religious, I love learning about new religions. It involves praising stench. Actually, it involves praising a purple sheep named Gerald. Thank you. Can I even earn points? Yeah, you earn them just by watching. I don't know if chatting gives you a little bit more, but I know that if you stay involved, you do earn more points. You can do exclamation point points to see how many points you have. And you can also get them in the raffles because they do them every time that we do ads. When it comes to a black chat with money, it becomes God all of a sudden or good all of a sudden. That's crazy. Yeah, I think different religions are really interesting to me. So far away from anything I really care about as it could come. See, and it's something that like, because I'm not trying to diss on you or anything whatsoever, but it's something that I am at least somewhat educated on and have strong opinions on just because of who I am as a person. I think that it's good to stay involved with it and it's good to keep updated on it. And also because I am in a way involved in politics, I do keep up to date with the world around me. I also like to have my escape, which is streaming, which is why I don't talk about politics on stream. Also, if you live with your parents, I don't care. I live with my parents, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I give a shit. If you don't live with your parents, cool. If you do, cool. Also, I just hope that you have plans for the future. You know what I mean? If you chew loudly, immediately a deal breaker. I can't do people that chew loudly. I had a really long argument with my ex about him biting his spoon when he ate soup. And I explained to him that that is not how you eat soup. Why the fuck are you biting the spoon? If you bite a fork or a spoon or anything like that, if you make mouth noises loudly, I hate you. I will not be around you. So manageable? No. I guess it kind of depends on when in the relationship you find this out. Bro, we'd been dating for like 2 years and this man randomly out of nowhere started biting on a spoon and it drove me up. I left the room. I left the room entirely. I swear he did it just to piss me off, bro. Oh my God, I can't. Not even that it wasn't like, okay, it wasn't like he didn't improve. It was that it randomly started happening. And it drove me crazy. Tasty spoon, but spoons are tasty. I hate you all. I hate you all so much. Orders the fast food option at specialty restaurant? What does that mean? What does that mean? Like, oh, like you order like chicken tenders? Eat whatever the fuck you want. Literally eat what you want. Oh my God, Balatro. Oh my God, that game is so good. I need to play more of that. Spoon made of sugar designed to be dissolvable in hot water though? Yeah. Metal. Yeah, no, you can do that. I don't give a shit. If you're trying to save it, bro, if you have all of the fast food apps downloaded on your phone, you're saving us money, bro. I love you. I'm in love with you. Like that, if you are one of those people that has all the apps downloaded like me, you're fucking based, okay? I grew up poor. Those apps, those coupons, amazing. Hi, Skittle. Skittle heard Balatro and immediately came into chat because that's his trigger word. Also, what's the other game that you play? What's the one you always talk about? Chipotle utensils or yummy to bite? Chipotle utensils kind of fuck, though. I will say. Teeth on silverware is like nails on chalk. Yes. Exactly. Guild Wars 2. Yeah, that one. If you like Guild Wars 2, you should talk to Skittle about it. Boop's account using your own credit card to build up for points, though? Yeah. No, just the points thing. If you're a picky eater, that's fine. You can be a picky eater. I think there's a level to pickiness. I'll put it... Depends on the situation. I've been... There's a crumb in my pants. Don't do that. I was eating earlier. I think that it depends on the situation. Depends how picky of an eater you are. I myself am a pretty picky eater. I've talked about this kind of a little bit. Like I'm almost vegan in a way. Just because it's really hard for me to eat meat. And so I am pretty picky about what I do eat. Just because I have a lot of issues with like texture and that kind of stuff. And I think it's fine to be a picky eater. I think if that is like we're having arguments about where we're going to eat because you will not eat somewhere. I've dated people like that. I can't do that. I won't argue about food. I won't. Yoink. Inconsistent communication. I think I'm going to say it's bad but manageable. I think you can always be taught how to communicate better. I think that inconsistent communication can be really detrimental to a relationship because ultimately you kind of have to communicate for a relationship to work. So if you're like not really being good at it, like it's something you can work on, of course. You always have to do it. What if he's bald? I've never dated anyone bald. Not yet, at least. Is E12 and what? Wait, what are we talking about? IV banks by choice, you're not for me. That's crazy. Different communication needs to be learned. Exactly, right? Like, I am very, very, very open about things. I'll be out with someone. I'll literally look at them and go, I don't really want to be here. And if they want to leave, they want to leave. If they don't, I'll be like, I'm going to go home and lay in bed. Like, I'm very communicative because I am very often misunderstood. So I'm very good about being clear with people about who I am, especially because my tone, a lot of the time, I'll go up to people and be like, what the fuck are you doing? How dare you? And some people take that as me being mean, and I take it as a joke. So I have to communicate with them that that's not what I mean. But I'm very often misunderstood just because tone, who I am as a person, sarcasm, dad jokes, that kind of stuff. So I'm very open with communication. I think that teaching people is also really good. Here, why I don't like you personally? Oh my god, I've literally unironically been at a show with one of my friends and be like, I don't really like these people. And they were like, I don't really like them either. And I was like, you want to go walk around Target for 30 minutes? And they were like, yeah, I do. And we walked around Target for 30 minutes. It was fun. You know, there's just some things that, you know, sometimes you don't want to be somewhere and you hope the other person also doesn't. I think that's an important part of a relationship too. If I can go up to you and be like, I don't really like these people, and you can be like, yeah, me neither, and then we leave, that's great. No, I love that. If you're dismissive of my feelings or opinions, I hate you. Number one instant deal breaker. Cannot do it. I can't. If you are going to be dismissive of how I feel or what I think, I hate you. Yeah. I think that that's an important one because, like, I've never shut the fuck up. I have a million opinions. If I'm gonna come to you and start bitching about something that someone did at work, or that, like, a customer sent back their order and it was so fucking stupid and so dumb, and, like, you're gonna be like, well, maybe they just didn't like it. Like, okay. No, you need to agree with me on this thing, and you need to also, like, be invested in talking to me, you know? Thank you, Rava. Yes, I won! Oh my god. I think that is a really big deal breaker. I've been in a lot of relationships, friendships and actual relationships, where people have just been so dismissive. If someone dismisses you or your feelings or your opinions about something, don't talk to them again. Don't be around them. They're not a good person to be around. Your friend should care about what you have to say. I will be bitching harder. Exactly. Yeah, it should be on a 30-second cooldown, Alan. You're just screaming my mom. I'm sorry, Cryptic. See, I think that's also a thing too, is like, sometimes parents can be like that. I think that's maybe where that comes from a lot from me, is like, I have often felt, not that I don't love my mother, but I've often felt in my life that I've been very dismissed, and that's why I'm so, like, introverted and also so yappy, is that, like, I've spent so much of my life being dismissed and being overlooked that now that I have a space where I can talk, I'm never gonna shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Can't leave my parents for being dismissive. Yeah, they disregard your feelings. Yeah, exactly. No, you shouldn't be with someone who disregards your feelings. Controlling is like, again, it really depends on the type of controlling that they are. I think that being a little bit controlling can be attractive at times, you know? We've noticed. Midge! Go sit in the timeout corner now. First chat of the day, get out of here. That's my number one op in chat, guys. Everything is the fault of the phone. I think it's the fault of the 20-second delay we have. I feel like the delay tonight is a lot worse than it normally is, but I don't work here. What do I know? Drooling Gremlin, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. I think being controlling at times can be, you know, kind of attractive. You know, like, it's just sometimes, you know, I like a handsome man to take control. What's a chat corner? It's where Mage lives. Because he misbehaves. Major pronouns are he, him, right? I want to make sure when I bully you that I'm doing it correctly. Anyways. Yeah, controlling is, like, bad controlling. There's bad controlling, there's good controlling. You know what I mean? You can save me from being stupid and be, like, kind of a little bit controlling. And I'm a little bit very controlling. People like controlling. Yeah, and there's, like, also, like, there's also that, but I think it's also just like, it's kind of attractive in times to have someone be a little bit possessive and controlling about you at times, you know? Where she sends, is that the one section of the two versions of bad ones? Oh my gosh, am I confused with the cut corner? Yes, very different things. The cut corner has a chair, you know? Okay, what? 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. Earlier when we were playing Magic, we do high-low to see who goes first. And I rolled a 5, and we did low, right? So I was obviously the first one going. And then one of my friends rolled a 7. The other one rolled a 6. So I pointed at them, I'm like, what'd you roll? I rolled a 6. What'd you roll? I rolled a 7. I was like, 6-7. I knew it. Ha. There's another chair in the cut corner. It was crazy. Wait, tell me I'm your girlfriend, baby, at a restaurant. The waiter does not care. Like, yeah, there's like a level of it, okay? Lack of accountability. I feel like that's kind of a deal breaker, but it's also really, like, it does also depend on, like, what you're lacking accountability for. I think that's such a vague thing that is, like, inherently negative. I would have to say, like, yeah, that's pretty bad. I think also, like, people can, like, maybe learn to take more accountability in their life. I think a lot of the time we tend to deflect doing wrong because you want to be right in a situation, and sometimes it's hard for people to cope with, like, not always being right. Me, personally, I've never had to deal with that because I'm always right, but what do I know? What do I know? Not that much, but I hate that my friends use it for rage bait. It's so funny. People get so mad. It's bad, but if I can correct them, it's a plus. Actually, I like correcting. Yeah, like, and that's true too. It's like, hey, like, it seems like you're not taking any accountability for, like, whatever. Like, if you get an argument over something, I think it's kind of still vague, but I think it can be manageable. But it is kind of like on the tail end of, like, okay, like, this is probably not a great thing. I'm willing to address or resolve conflicts, obviously, is just one of the biggest red flags ever. If someone isn't willing to address or resolve anything with you, then you're not getting anywhere in your relationship, because there's no relationship without conflict. I think everybody fights. Like, I was just talking to one of my friends about this. I was like, oh gosh. Even I have issues with, like, my friends, and if I have a problem and I think that they've done something wrong, I will talk to them about it. You know what I mean? Like, I even recently had, you know, kind of a disagreement with someone, and I explained my reasoning whenever we, you know, had our talk about it in the moment, and then afterwards I went back and I said, hey, I want you to know, like, I'm not upset with you at all about what we talked about. It's just, this is my personal gripe with this thing, and I'm sorry if I came off as kind of maybe a little bit harsh about it and whatever. And they were like, I thought you hated me, man. And I was like, no, I don't, I promise, I swear. And, like, we talked about it and we resolved that conflict in the moment, and also outside of it, talking about it and resolving it further, you know? Don't go to sleep without resolving stuff. I'll sleep on it, I think. I think that sleeping on it is also helpful in a way. Boop in the white corner. I'm the purple corner. Boop in the white corner. Gerald! The sheep. Is when they obsess with the painter. Wait, what do you mean? What do that mean? Luca, have a galaxy. Thanks for popping in. Pay 20K. So enemies are also sleeping on it when you wake up to being blocked on Insta. Then they don't want to resolve the conflict. You know? They don't want to resolve the conflict. Please don't say those words in my chat room. I don't think I need to explain why you shouldn't do that, but I will ban you. The only reason you didn't immediately get banned is that you're regulars, so just keep that in mind. I want to date an Australian What are we even talking about? I just forget about it as they're sleeping. I mean, yeah, that too. But I think that there are some conflicts you should, like, talk to the person about. I think if you sleep on it, you kind of get a break from the heavy emotions that go into it. And I think that's also different for maybe women in this regard. I think that it's... You can be very emotionally invested in an argument you have with someone. I think taking the time to calm down, think about it, think over what you want to say, and not let your emotions overtake what you're going to say to that person could be really good. And that's why I say sleeping on it is okay. I think that being mad fucking fighting with somebody, like, oh, rah, 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 right? That is not good. But I'm talking, like, smaller conflicts, you know? When she blocked me is just a dumb way to convey that. Yeah, no, and that's, like, an immature way to go about that as well. Like, I think also, like, I've had conflicts with people and been like, people I've been in a relationship with been like, hey, I know like you're mad at me, but like I need a hug right now, or like, you know, whatever. I want comfort, right? Like, can we just ignore this thing for now and like let's be together? And that's totally fine as well. On dating advice with DeadlyBoop, I think that even having been single for 2 years, I think that I have at least a decent understanding of relationships and hope my next one is good, guys. I'm praying for the future. Wait, is Ophi live right now? Why are you Ophelia simping in my chat room? Is she live? I don't think so. I would have seen her. Or am I crazy? No? So you're just a liar. You're just nothing but a liar. A liar in my chat room. I also love Ophelia. She's great. She's very cool. What's up, Mage? Why are we talking? You're gonna be single till 40 or should you date someone from chat? That would... Ugh. Chat, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think it'd be weird to date any of you. Y'all know way too much about me. I think that it would be funnier to have a partner who knows nothing about streaming and then bring them in here and have all of you pretend to hate them. And I think that would scare them, and I think that would be funny. If you're passive aggressive, I can be passive aggressive at times. I think it's not the worst thing. It really depends on the situation also. I think I would put it depends on the situation, because it's also like, why are you being passive aggressive? Like, you know, if you piss me off and then you set your drink down on the counter and I slightly tap it and like scooch it away from you, like fuck you, that's like funny passive aggressive, but like, you know, actually I like this. That's funny. I know being passive aggressive is kind of funny at times, right? Like obviously it's not the best thing to do in the entire world, but like if you piss me off and you put your keys down on the counter, I'm gonna flick them off the counter onto the floor. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck you. You pissed me off. I'm hiding the TV remote in a slightly inconvenient spot, okay? Listen.
Stinky.
Hotshot Ace the First. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. I don't have any more soda because I dropped my other one. Do I have any in here? Guys, can I go get another soda? I'll be back real soon, I promise. Come on, man. Just one soda. The other one, I dropped the other one. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty, guys. I'm thirsty, guys. But get water. Do you drink your water? What is with you guys and drinking? I'm leaving.
I'll admit that Dasani was over the line.
Okay, I didn't get one soda. I got 2 sodas. Is that better? Is that better? Last song that was played was so good. That was Never Take It by 21 Pilots. It's a really good song. It's off their album Scaled and Icy. Scaled by Icy? No. Flavored water. That's what I'm saying. 3 sodas would have been better, but that's harder to carry, and you know my history with tripping on the stairs, so, you know. 2 is better than 1. Shouldn't do 21 Pilots? Oh, girl. That's old 21 Pilots. What you mean? That's like 2 albums ago? I don't know when that came out. 2020 something? 2021? 2022? What about 5 sodas? Y'all know that I have 4 cases of Diet Coke in my garage, right? Like, I think we need to be really clear on the amount of soda that is in my house right now, because it's a lot. Because you're real high, right? No, it's because I'm klutzy. I should just put a whole case upstairs instead of going downstairs all the time. That's so much walking. Do I really need my 10,000 steps in a day when I could just not? You know? Anyways, I'm pouring myself soda. 6-pack Diet Coke earlier today? Yeah, you did. Hell yeah, brother. I'm getting my chat invested in the same things I am. There's also so many of these. I don't know. Lack of emotional availability. I don't think I need to explain why that would be a deal breaker. Excessive jealousy. I don't think that I could be with someone who is excessively jealous because of the amount of men that I know. I'm picturing this as me dating a dude. I can't deal with someone who's going to be excessively jealous of me being around other men. Because a lot of my friends are male. And that's just who I make friends with. And I think that if you're going to be like jealous and upset that I'm going to be hanging out with specifically my guy friends, I don't think I could date you. Because it's just, you got to be okay with me being a fucking, also being like a VTuber and stuff too. Like, I've got how many people in my life that, you know, love me and care about me, and like, what if they like sit here and they go like, oh, I don't like that you're a streamer, you know, you too many people watching you, and like, they, you know, whatever. Why do we trip on stairs? Isn't it just walking? Can we ban that guy? Oh my god, get out of here, you're so mean. Listen, I have issues with stairs. Why? How dare you have friends? Yeah. I same with a guy friend doing what she wants. And it's when those guys make implications or hit her, they have problems. Yes, and I think that that's fair, and that's not excessive jealousy, right? Like, excessive jealousy is like, you cannot hang out with dudes. Possessive is a better word. Yeah. Can you be mean? Yeah. Fuck you. Am I doing it right? Did I do it right? No, don't cry. No. It's more like my ankle spasm right away. No, I think that I'm just bad at walking sometimes, okay? I'm trying my hardest. Walking is difficult. Shut up, Slick! Guys. I am just very klutzy, okay? I'm just not great at this. I'm gonna make an offer. You can't refuse. What? You try swimming instead? I'm actually a very, very talented swimmer, I will say. I was on a swim team for a short period of time, but I was insecure and didn't like wearing a bathing suit in front of other human beings. Am I over that? No. Ryan, what's up? Hello. I think everyone gets stick drift on a treadmill. Come on now. That wasn't mean at all? What do you mean? That feels objectively incorrect. Mods, ban that guy. Gonna be a center of gravity thing? Yeah. Gonna be. Flood your house, you'll never trip on the stair. Y'all know I have a pool, right? You just go swimming there. If I mentioned another girl, I knew she'd be upset. Yeah, and like, I just can't do stuff like that. Like, you gotta be okay with like the amount of stuff going on in my life, you know? I think it's like, it can be managed. I think some jealousy is okay. I think excessive jealousy is bad. So I'll say with the caveat of it's bad, but it's manageable. Constantly negative, I'm going to controversially put this in the could be good category because I am constantly negative. I complain about everything. I need another person who's going to sit there and bitch, you know? Raging at the center. Mods, ban that guy too. What is going on? Where are my moderators? They're not banning these people. My good category too. Yeah, see, and that's how I feel as well. It's like, it could be good. Like, I like to complain about things. Do you like to complain about things? I think that while negativity can be very bad for a relationship, it can also be good for one. You know, you have a mutual enemy, and the enemy is the world around you, and you would just kind of complain about the world. And then also, it's just, it really depends about, it really kind of just depends on what you're being negative about. And what constantly really means. Fucking love complaining about. So exactly, like if I come on stream and I'll bitch about my day at work or whatever, like, you know. What's also I told you so is I'm so cooked. Why? And are you cooked like medium well or rare or well done or? Anyways, disregards boundaries. Boundaries are such a big thing for me. I am so like, if I put a wall up, do not fucking violate the wall that I've put up. I can't do it. You can disregard my boundaries maybe once or twice before I start, like, distancing myself and eventually breaking things up. I can't. Pittsburgh's are well done. Did you see the thing, the Bistro Huddy video today that was Pittsburgh style? I crazy think she'd be hide. Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what? Boundaries are based on a real relationship. Exactly. Like, I think that there's a little bit of, like, if I say, like, oh, like, please don't come to my work, and then you come in and you surprise me with lunch or something, like, okay, maybe it's a boundary I put up, but it could be, you know, if it's a good violation of boundaries, that's one thing. But if you're, like, sitting in my room behind me while I'm streaming telling me that I'm not allowed to say X, Y, and Z to people because how dare I, yeah, you know. Jimmy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. How you doing today, sweetie? Hello, hello, hello. Meow, 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 meow. Doesn't have the same music take whatsoever. Oh, that's kind of hard. I think it could be good. I've met some people that have had very different tastes in music as me, and it's been good for the relationship, but I don't know. Such a funny caveat. I mean, yeah, food is honestly a great way to bribe me. Not that I take food from strangers, but like if I'm dating you and you bring me a McDonald's chicken nuggets, it's pretty banger. But like 4 the foot difference would be weird. I've actually dated several people shorter than me. Several? I've dated one person who is shorter than me. I've dated one person who was like almost the exact same height as me, if not a little bit shorter. And a couple people who are like maybe like a little bit taller than me. I don't really care about how tall you are. You dated a leprechaun? No, I didn't date a leprechaun. I hate most kinds of music. Deaf hunters taste everything because yeah, no, I think it's kind of like it really depends. I think that I like a lot of music. I think if your taste in music is like fucking terrible, like you're listening to the Seabat, you need help. You need therapy. She was a leprechaun. I know. What do you mean? Though, to be fair, I did date a ginger, so what does that say about me? Maybe I did date a leprechaun, though he was taller than me. They then bully them a little. Like, I like being the smaller person in a relationship, and that doesn't have to necessarily mean height, if that makes any sense. Like, I like to feel like whoever I'm with could protect me. You know? Infected with ginger now is crazy. Y'all know that my mom's a redhead, right? Have I ever told you that?
DeadlyBoop is 6'4".
I think I've drawn her with red hair. I've never explained. My mom is a redhead, and so is my grandpa. So there is redhead gene in me somewhere. Which explains why I have no soul. I'm Mordecai music taste. I don't know. It's just, it really depends. Why miserable. Yeah, it's just, it kind of depends on, you know? It's heartbreaking to find out. What does that mean? What do you mean? That I'm part ginger? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. One-uppers? It depends on the situation. You can one-up me as much as you want, but I'm still gonna have an ego. 6'4", everyone is shorter than you. It's true. It's fair. Interest peaked is crazy. Oh my god. Why are you ginger and short? I'm neither of those things, actually. That's crazy. No, my, I am actually, my natural hair color is like a mousy brown. I was born and I was blonde for a very long time in my life, and my hair started getting darker in like middle school, and I started dyeing it. Right now my hair is dyed black, and like the red that I used to have my hair is kind of seeping through, so it's like kind of reddish on the top. But I don't think that I have any like redhead in me particularly, you know? I'm also pansexual, in case anyone is curious and didn't know that. I am a queer woman. I do kiss the ladies. More than you do. Haha, funky. Mousy, I gotta Google this. Well, have you ever seen a mouse? Because it's that color of brown. It's that kind of like weird grayish color. Some people call it like dishwater blonde, dirty blonde. It's like bisexual. Yeah, I would say that it's, in a way, you could get into a lot of semantics about the difference between pansexuality and bisexuality. I would say comparatively, in a broad sense, they are the same thing. I myself identify more with pansexual because I believe that regardless of your gender, I could still be attracted to you. I think that people can argue anything they want to about bisexual and pansexuality. I think that the way you label yourself is up to you. Bro's a rat. Mods, ban that guy. It really depends on the person. I personally believe pansexuality fits me better. I like the flag a lot more because I think the colors are pretty. And I also think that it's important to validate trans people and non-binary people and who they are as a person. And for me, if you're non-binary and I want to date you, that's cool, you know? The flag? Yeah, the flag has pretty colors in it, okay? Fuck you. Stand the Panther eligible? That's crazy. It's blonde adjacent. Yeah, dirty blonde. Yeah, dirty blonde, dishwater blonde, mousy brown, however you want to call it. That's my natural hair color. I don't think I have any pictures of my natural hair color from recent years. I think the last time I had my hair natural was in 2020 when I graduated high school. And pan for people under 35. Yeah, exactly. See, no, that is exactly. Rat Brown. Mods! Where are the moderators? Pretty colors, marry me? Yes. Excessively compliments. I like being gassed up. I think it could be good. You could, if you gas me up, that's nice. I like being gassed up sometimes. Like, one of my coworkers does that, and I always feel so special. I think excessive compliments are fine. It could be good. It could get annoying, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think the more you compliment someone, the more they're willing to compliment you as well, you know? Gaslighting is still gas. Borrowed them for a day out? Wait, what'd you borrow? Were you excessively insult? Your girl's a freak? Okay, so that's me, actually. I excessively will insult somebody. I said something earlier today. Never compliments. It's not the worst thing. I don't need to be complimented, particularly your mods. Did you take them out? Did you take them to Chili's like you said you would? That's nice. Happy at Target or Hot Topic? I don't like Hot Topic. I mean, I do, but not really. They have some cute clothes. I don't like the vibes there. People talk to me there, and I don't like that. A few comments here and there, it's a lukewarm need. Yeah, like, you know, I like to be validated every now and again, but it's not the end of the world for me. I think only compliments, physical attributes, I'm kind of iffy about that. It's kind of whatever. Like, I know that I'm pretty and I like to be told that I'm pretty. And if that's the only thing you compliment about me, that's fine. Because, like, that also helps with the insecurity of, like, me disliking what I look like. You know what I mean? Like, you could help validate the way that I look and be like, wow, you're so pretty and, like, whatever. You know. What my brain is, what? Blown? I brought tequila this time. Wow, you brought it for everyone? Are we all taking shots? Don't do that if you're underage. Thank you. I'm not going to drink. I'm going to drink my Diet Coke. As a Walmart kid growing up, Target feels expensive as a Dollar Tree kid growing up. What do you mean? I also used to work there, so I have a little bit more of a fondness for Target because I spent 2 years of my life working there. 67-year-olds in cat years, I'm sure. I may despite being in a fight as a compliment. Yeah. Don't mind shiploads of them. I mean, yeah, because it's like, it wouldn't be necessarily annoying to get a fuck ton of compliments, and it's also not terrible to never be complimented. Like, yeah, it's more negative. Like, I do want compliments, but it's also like, you know? My love language is as acts of service. So it's not words of affirmation, and in the sense that I find that I prefer to be shown love in ways that, like I said earlier, the door being held open for me, pulling my chair out for me, you know, remembering that I like Diet Coke and buying me Diet Coke and having it ready to go when I get there. Like, I had one time I was late to meeting my friends at a Chili's, and I'm not kidding, and they had already ordered me a Diet Coke and it was on the table by the time I got there. And that's the kind of thing, you're considering me and you're doing something for me, even if it's something small, and that reminds me that you love and care about me. We're doing like a red flag tier list. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Spend more time in Target than a 40-year-old upper middle class white woman. That is true. I worked there for 2 years almost, and it was terrible. I think I worked there for 2.5 years. I worked there for more than 2 years, I think. Thanks. So where do you work? Oh my gosh. Story about Diet Coke in the taxi after you leave the airport. I don't remember that. I do remember Josu being really, really mad that he had bought me a pack of Diet Coke for the singular day I was there and I didn't drink them because we were drinking alcohol, and he got really upset with me. To work on days off to give a girl warm cooked meals. See, that's really sweet. Shaped like a cow. What? I don't have any. I'm sure lightning. The red flag is this. That's crazy. Constantly late. I don't care. I don't care if you're late all the time. If you're late all the time, I'll start lying to you about when the time is the thing. I'll adapt to you if you're late. I'm also constantly late. So, Kat, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. How you doing today's video? Yeah, exactly. I'll just be like, if they're normally like 30 minutes late, I'll tell them that, you know, instead of starting at 3 o'clock, I'll tell them, oh, we need to be there at 2:30, and they'll be there on time. Red flag says magic is for nerds. Magic is for nerds, okay? Don't even sit here and pretend like it's not. Last minute cancels, I do this. I do that. I do that a lot. Rude to service or retail staff. It depends on the situation. Some people need to be yelled at. Not really, but like some people you need to be kind of stern with, okay? Or like a little bit fucking rude. Because there are times where these people don't want to do their fucking job. And I'm saying this as a customer service worker, as someone who's worked in retail. Some of these fucking people, they do not want to do their jobs. And I don't care. I don't care if you hate your job. Do not take it out on a customer who's been nothing but nice to you. Sometimes you have to get to the point where you're kind of rude to them. And that's okay. Sometimes you have to be assertive. Wrong food out, we return it, then we put it on our bill. Yeah, and sometimes you just be like, hey man, what the fuck? Sternly talk to you in the service. Exactly. I don't think that you need to scream and yell at them and throw things at them and be an huge fucking asshole. But there are times where there are people who genuinely just don't want to do their fucking job because they don't like their job, they don't care about it, yada, yada, yada. If you work somewhere, you're being paid to be there, you need to do your job. Bye, Alan. Bye-bye. Assert brick. Do not throw bricks at customer service workers. Be kind to your customer service worker. Try to work with them. If they're actively being one of those fucking people that is just I don't care, I live in my mom's basement, I'm never going to go anywhere with my life, and I hate this job because it's a dead-end job, and I hate it here, and I hate my boss, and I hate that I have to do anything. Sometimes you have to be rude to those people, and that's okay, Me, personally, I don't like confrontation, so I wouldn't do that. I hated it. Dudes in tears were said about the entire night. Yes, no, and I feel the same way. Like I can't bring myself to be mean to people, and I think that I've maybe had to be kind of at least a little bit aggressive once or twice. And it's usually when you're on the phone with these poor people, and you have to be like, hey man, let me talk to a fucking manager at this point, because this is ridiculous. You can't blame some people. Sometimes it's a chain of command thing. Sometimes things are, intentionally vague or hard to navigate on purpose. And sometimes you just have to be assertive on people either. So, except when you I'm sorry, what? I just wouldn't let him, want onions on the side? Me when I want onions on the side? Does not have a single close friend. That's an interesting one. I think I'll say it does depend on the situation, because you can be put in situations. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the team. I'm so good at reading names. Some people, I think that, you could have gone through something with your friend group. Maybe you had a disagreement, an argument, whatever. Maybe you lost your friend group. Maybe you've lost someone who was very close to you and you kind of distance yourself. Or there's a myriad of reasons why you might not have a ton of close friends. Maybe you've drifted apart over the years and you kind of just have, outskirts of friends, but no one that you're really, really close to. And that's okay. I think that there are times where it can be hard to be very, very close with someone. Their attention to me, it's a plus, is crazy. Brags about how good of a liar they are. I think I would put that again in the depends, because if you're saying you're a good liar and you're like, yeah, because I'm really good at poker, that's one thing. I think it's also depends on why are they lying, and if I actually believe they're a good liar or not. I'm done lurking. Welcome back, Brand. Hello, hello, hello. I never learned to open up. Yeah, and that can be hard too. Who brag aren't actually good liars. Yeah, like you can't sit here and be like, I'm a great liar. Me personally, I am a terrible liar if I get caught out on the spot. And I think most people are. I cannot lie on my feet. If I lie about something, I've probably already had this conversation in my head like 8 times. And I've pre-planned to lie to you. You know what I mean? Like, I lied to one of my friends about their surprise birthday party. You know what I mean? There are things that I will lie about. When I lie, I think that I over-explain when I lie. Therefore, I have developed the habit of always over-explaining on purpose. So it always sounds like I'm lying. Face gives it away. I think, yeah, it also depends on what you're lying about, too. And ours... Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the team. I'm so good at reading names. I panic a lot. Yeah, I think like I have a lot of anxiety. I don't like lying to people at all, and I really don't like being confronted about it. Like if you came to me and been like, look me in the eyes and asked me about something that I wasn't prepared to lie about, and you like found out something you weren't supposed to know, like a surprise party or whatever, you'd be like, I fucking know about the surprise birthday party. I'd be like, I've never even had a birthday in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. I gotta go. I gotta be somewhere. Bye. I'm going to put goes to the gym every day and never goes to the gym as neutral because I personally don't go to the gym and I don't fucking care if you go every single day or not. Some people go for like 20, 30 minutes because they want to go on the treadmill and go for a walk every day. Some people are, bodybuilders and you do whatever the fuck you want with your body. It's not mine. I don't give a shit. Great Jimmy Gore, or you're not a gymaholic. Yeah, I think that there's a huge difference between that. We're doing a tier list, a red flag tier list. 20 words. What? Landing up your ground 24. I thought you wrote, I grew up having to lie on the ground 24/7. I'm like, are you a potato? Is that a UFO vanish? Or is that how you saying you're lurking? Well, some people don't live in a good neighborhood where they can walk, or they don't have like a walkable place that they can go to, or they hate the outside and would rather be in the AC. Or maybe they like the environment of the gym a little bit better. Maybe they like... being around other people who are doing the same thing as them, walking, working out, that kind of stuff. Let me mash it. Raging. Hey, that's cryptic you're talking about. Be nice. How I avoid being awkward. Okay. Anxiety about... I think it's just... I don't work out at all, so I wouldn't know. I don't know how I'm thin, guys. Has a mental disorder? I like it. I like my people to be spicy. You gotta be a little bit mentally spicy to keep up with me, all right? Neurodivergent? Amazing. That's cool. You mean neurotypical? You mean neurodivergent. I want you to be a little bit crazy. That's okay. That's okay to be a little bit weird and spicy in the head. Makes plans for the future without consulting your preferences. I think this one is another one where it really depends on the situation. Like, if you're planning for us to go to Disneyland and I don't like Disneyland, or you didn't ask me if I like Disneyland and you're taking me to, like, that's a great thing. But I also think, like, you're planning a trip and you're going to make me go on a hike, I hate you. So it really depends on the situation there in terms of, like, making future plans. It's good that they make plans so they take initiative. Longest relationship never lasted more than a month. That's another one where it kind of depends. I've been with people who have never been in a relationship, and I've been in people who have been in many relationships. It kind of really depends on the person, too. Sometimes you could be with somebody who just hasn't really found the right person and hasn't been in a relationship for longer than a month, and that's okay. What are you counting to, Cryptic? Working out for a menopause? That's crazy. Maybe I should get on that. Multiple exes within the same year? I've done this. I don't care. I don't care if you have multiple exes in the same year. I don't know, I'm just counting. Oh, good for you. Good job. Good job, guys. And you're really good with numbers. You're doing really good. Good work, guys. You're doing good. You're doing good job. Wow. That's a lot of numbers. Good job. Good work. Is a bitch from a related woman? I wouldn't fucking know. I don't work out. It's okay. I'm gonna die before I'm 30. I'm sure of it. Probably from the lack of exercising. No, I hope I don't die before I'm 30. I'm in production. I can only count to 2. Oh, I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. Bring more with 6'7" is a red flag. No, I'm there. Never been in a relationship. It doesn't matter. Puts a lot of labels on themselves. It depends on what the labels are. It really, really does. Depends on what you're labeling for yourself. You know, I think that oftentimes a lot of people will put themselves in a box, and that's, you know. I constantly bring up my ex, so I don't care if you bring up your ex. Let me be honest. I'd be doing that shit all the time. Mainly to complain, to be fair. I'm going to zoom out for 1 sec. I'm going to just hide the window because I don't want my thing to show. I love my label maker, though, and you're doing great. Lack empathy? You're a psychopath. Males will only male friends, females only female friends. Don't care. I'm a female with many male friends, so I've just spicy. I think you know, I have predominantly male friends. I can't sit here and say I care who you are friends with. If you're friends with them, you're friends with them. I know plenty of dudes who are just friends with women, and they're, like, phenomenal human beings. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's very, yeah, large list. Finally, male friends is bad but manageable. I think it can be fine. I mean, some people just don't make friends with dudes, or they'll be friends with, like, the dude, but, like, the guy will have a girlfriend that they're, like, not, like, friends with, but, like, they'll still hang out with them. References outdated gender roles. That is, it depends on the situation, because I constantly make jokes about how I'm a housewife. I literally made a joke earlier about how a skirt made me feel like I was a housewife. Like, you find the whole life on social media. That's fine with me. I'm not really someone who posts a ton about my life on social media. Obviously, I'm a VTuber. I post enough. I talk enough about my life online as is, but I'm not really someone who posts a ton. I post on, like, my personal Instagram account maybe once a month, if that. The most I've ever posted in a time span is when I went to New York, and I posted every, like, 3 days out of the week that I was there. I really don't. I don't really post a lot about my life. If you want to, that's awesome. Do that.
Boop
Go
is
for
6'4",
it.
and if anyone doesn't know that, then get up to fucking date.
In a sundress? I don't think I've ever worn a sundress. I was wearing a very long skirt at work today. Patrick, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Tim, thank you for the extreme streak. Also, hello, Patrick. Welcome in. Girlfriend, there's a reason his face called the friend zone. I love, that's my favorite thing. No drama, please. Not the worst thing, but I hate when people say that. People are like, I'm anti-drama. Like, the people who say that they're anti-drama are the people who are drama. I'm telling you. When I ran for a few minutes, I was wearing a dress today. I wore a dress today. Furry? How much of a furry? Depends on the situation. The way furry is auto-modded is crazy. I lose drama. I don't want to be in the drama. See, yeah, exactly. Okay, hang on. I know I have to lull when you say furry. Give me a minute. I mean, you're probably a source of drama. Yeah, like if you're like, I fucking hate drama. I never want to be near any drama. No, bitch. You want to gossip. You want to gossip, and I know you do. Okay, if you're not gonna be a gossip girly, then, you know, but I think the like just being like, I'm sorry, I'm really against drama. Shut up. You do the drama yourself. Fine, doesn't matter. I think it depends on the level of furry, okay? Like, it does. Only hobbies include a TV, video game, computer, etc. Great hobby to have. One word replies. That's fine. I think one word replies are fine. Some people just text different, and you have to kind of adapt to the way other people text, like, especially, you know, depending on their age bracket, who they are as a person. Also, thank you for the hype train. I appreciate that. Good stream. I thought I would watch stream while I do some work. What are we working on? When to watch, I'll be the center of it. Exactly, right? Like, I always am the type of person, like, I want to help resolve conflicts where and when I can, but I will not get myself involved in drama, in the sense that, like, I'm not gonna step out of line. Stop making me allow word. Just censor the word furry. I don't want to have to allow it every time. Oh my gosh.
6'4",
I
and
know
if anyone
stuffy.
doesn't know
Guys,
that, then
thank you for the
get
gift
up
to
to fucking
sub. Thank you, guys. Nora munches. What word for encrypted? Get denied. Fuck you. I know you know better. Also, yeah, LMAO is a one-word reply. Technically, are you gonna be mad about that? You know. Talk shit behind their friends' back. I love it when people talk shit behind people's backs. Okay, it to some degree. Okay, let me put it. It depends on the situation. If you're sitting there being like, I fucking hate everyone I'm around, blah blah blah. Maybe that's bad. I think also like I talk shit about people in maybe not in the same way. I think that like the connotation talking shit. You know what I mean? Like, I will have a gripe with someone and talk about it, obviously, but I'm not like, I hate them and I'm gonna like try to spread drama about them behind their back and like create rumors or whatever. I think there's a healthy level of like talking shit about people. I think it's healthy to express a gripe. What's up, Wolf? How you doing? Also, Encrypted, come on, man. I know you know better. Go sit in the corner. Is the victim in every story they tell? That is a red flag. For sure, that's a red flag. If you are constantly the victim in a story, you might be the problem. I'm sorry. They act like they're better than everybody else. That is also a red flag for me. I am sorry. I know a lot of people who are like that, and I can't stand them. I have to be around them, and I'm like, why do you think you're better than everyone? Dude, you're just some guy. Same thing about me. I am just some guy. How else would she know she has problems? I actually had this exact conversation with one of my friends. I had someone who's outside my main friend group come and meet my best friend at some point. And in hindsight, we were talking about it, and the friend who had been introduced goes, why are you friends with her? And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, I just don't see you and her being friends. And I was like, yeah, we spent 4 years of our lives hating each other, talking shit about each other constantly, and then coming together and, you know, being really locked in with one another. In terms of, we play music together, right? And I think that that's a bond you can't really break. And I think the really fun part about my relationship with my best friend is we will always hold each other accountable. Yeah, in a way, enemies to friends. I think it was, yeah, I would say in a way. I think it's really good. I think it's good to kind of challenge the people in your life, you know? Always feels the need to prove themselves. I think it's not the worst thing in the entire world. I think that people who need to prove themselves have some level of drive, and I think that that's good at times. Take the blame or say everything is their fault. That also, I think, would be a red flag, because that means that you're insecure. Rude to your parents. I think it depends on the situation. Like, what did your parents do that you're rude to them? But if you're just like outright a fucking dick to your parents, I don't like you. Can't text in complete sentences. I don't text in complete sentences. Not the worst thing. I think neutral doesn't matter. Attention sponge. Neutral doesn't matter. I am also like that. Pokemon card dealers in our school. Really? Oh, that's funny. You have to make all the big plans. I'm fine with that. I think, you know what, not the worst thing is, I'm gonna put it there, I'm kind of fine with making bigger plans, just because I'm very good at planning things, and I know that we will get from point A to point B and be fine, and I will plan everything out. I don't mind that as much. That's fine with me. Ciphering my text. Exactly. I don't text in complete sentences. I text like 15 things at once, okay? Like, you're getting a million texts from me. Gonna flame you in every aspect possible when they notice when to stop. Exactly, right? Yeah, exactly. Good job, Skittle. Not the 6967. They want to make all the big plans. That's also like, neutral doesn't matter. That's totally fine. If they want to make all the big plans, that's fine. Yeah, always on their phone. Not the worst. I think bad but manageable. I think you should put your phone down when you're with people. I try to a degree. Put my phone away when I'm around people, you know. Into like celebrity gossip or reality TV. I like when people are into that, because I like hearing about it, because it's like drama, it's like gossip, but it's about people you don't know, you know. Change the price for Sing for me. No, I'm not gonna. Thank you for the hype train, by the way. Also, Hype Prime. Having people over to look at our phones later. Wait, what? Like, because your phone's broken? Bad hygiene or does not care of their health. That is bad but manageable, because I know some people that don't take care of their health that are just like too busy to, but I think that hygiene is like a really big thing for me, at least. Like, listen, if you need help showering, I will scrub your back. It's okay, but you need to fucking take a goddamn shower. You need to care about your body. And a lot of the time, and I will say this,
Stinky.
specifically talking about men, a lot of men do not learn how to properly do that kind of stuff because it gets kind of shoved in this box of like what is stereotypical for women. And I think that that's bad. And I think that breaking that boundary and teaching someone how to really properly care about themselves, like, you know, wash their face and do all these things can be also kind of a bonding moment, is like, you know, helping them kind of learn to be a little bit nicer to their body. Get judged for my long showers. Hey, take as long of a shower as you want. Just, you know, you're paying the water bill. Sergeant, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. I hope you're having a good day today. Black hair removing on wax yesterday. See, yeah, exactly. I've never done that in my life, but, you know, always want to eat out. I would love that. I hope you are paying for it. Likes going for drinks often. This is not the worst thing. I don't like being in a relationship with someone who drinks excessively. That is one thing. I really don't like people who drink alcohol. If I'm dating someone, I prefer them to be straight edge. At least to a degree. In the way that I am, like, I'll occasionally have a drink every now and again, but I don't go out to bars, I don't go out partying, I don't do any of that kind of stuff. So, not gonna pay always? Well, then what's the point? Who's gonna pay for my chicken nuggets then? What, I have to have a job? You're not gonna get blacked out? Yeah, that, and like, I don't take it as like a coping mechanism, you know what I mean? Struggles with keeping a job. I'm going to say again, it depends on the situation, but for me, that is a pretty bad red flag just because of a particular individual in my life, and I'm not going to say much more than that. Calls themselves a nice guy. I think this is another depends on the situation because they could say it, you know, in a funny way. I'm just a nice guy. What do you mean? Females who affectionately refer to their friends as bitches. I fucking love my bitches. 50-50 split. I don't mind paying for food every now and again. I think it's like, I prefer the back and forth, but mainly the dude paying for it. Yeah, you should pay for everything. Swears a lot. I fucking love when people swear a lot. Is against swearing? No, thank you. I like when people like spicy food. I'm okay with people disliking spicy food. I'm okay with people liking sweets. I'm okay with people disliking sweets. Fast food is a favorite genre of food. That's totally fine. I'm absolutely okay with that. Doesn't have a degree nor working towards one. That could be good. That's fine. You don't have to have a degree to have a good job. I have several friends that don't have degrees that have really good jobs. Has a lot of debt. Kind of neutral as long as like they're working on it. You know what I mean? Never traveled outside their hometown. That's also fine too. There's some people who are not well traveled, so I'm going through this kind of fast. Wanting kids, I don't want kids, and I think that I'm gonna put deal breaker, but not like, oh my god, fuck you if you want children. I think it's just I don't personally want children, and I think that you shouldn't be with someone who has a different value like that in your relationship. So obviously does not want kids is something I would prefer. Needs a lot of personal space. That's fine. I also enjoy personal space. Stay the fuck away from me. I hope you like cartoons. That's good. Hating cartoons could be a good thing. Talking about the outside IRL, I know a lot of people who are like that. That's fine. Your friends don't like them. Red flag, instant deal breaker. If my friends don't like you, that's not a good thing. It matter if we have the time and resources for children. Yeah, see, and that's like, if you're in the gray area, you know? Extreme involvement with parents. I don't really know what that means, so I'm going to put that in depends. Like, are your parents taking part in your life? Because, like, my mom knows a lot about my life. My mom knows about you guys. She knows some of you guys by name, all right? You watch out. Same ideals, same people who are better for other people. Exactly, right? Even if you like them enough, right? Like, you could have different ideals for what you want in your future, and you shouldn't be with someone who doesn't align with you on important things like wanting kids. But whose friends don't like me? I don't like my parents' business. I believe is some big decision for you. Hey, I listen to my mom, all right? Has an addiction. Here's the thing about addictions, and this is something that I once again bring back up high school. I learned a lot about addiction in high school through a program that we did, and part of it is really everyone has some form of addiction. Because I have this perspective on it, I'm going to say it depends on the situation a lot. I don't really mind if you have an addiction to Diet Coke, for instance. Not that I would know anything about that, but I think that an addiction is a tricky thing because it can mean a lot of different things, and it depends on what it is. Like I said, I prefer who I'm dating to be straight edge, and that's kind of a deal breaker for me if they're really not, you know? I only text you at night. It depends. I mean, maybe they work night shifts and sleep during the day. Bad at communicating. Again, bad but manageable, like we said earlier. You can be bad at communicating. Describes their exes as crazy. Depends on some people's exes are crazy, I will say. I don't think any of mine are necessarily crazy, except for one of them who I think is very mentally ill. Cheated in the past. Depends on the situation as well. Like, I think that cheating as a whole is bad, and I will say that, but I think it's also like my ex kind of cheated on someone, where it's kind of, there's this gray area about it, so it really depended. The ex would be crazy. It'd be crazy. But like I said, I mentioned this forever ago, but like my ex did technically cheat on the girl that he was seeing at the time with me. And it was kind of like this weird gray area of like, they weren't really together. They weren't necessarily exclusive, but they also hadn't really had that conversation and, you know, blah, 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 blah. So like there is a gray area for it. But as a whole, no, if you've cheated on someone, I don't think I would like to be with you. Thank you. It needs to be reassured often. I like it when people want to be reassured. I love reassuring people. Disrespect to animals? Fuck you. Eat shit. I hate you. Trust issues? Bad but manageable. I am a very independent person. Trust issues are a hard one for me. Does not understand pop culture references. Oh, I love when people don't get something. I love explaining stuff to them and then they sit there and stare at me like I'm fucking crazy. It's so funny. I love it when parents track their kids' locations. My mom does that for me too. Smokes. I'm gonna say like I kind of don't care, but also I do. But again, it really depends on like, are you smoking a pack a day or do you just like vape every now and again? Like I can deal with that. I can deal with the like, you smoke weed every now and then. That's fine. I think it's in excess where it really becomes an issue for me. Also, sorry I'm going through these really fast. I apologize. Just use no drug. That's funny. Gonna love me. I live in Iraq. Yeah. Bad at driving. I love it when people are bad at driving because I can tell them you're not fucking driving. I am. I get car sick. Excessive thirst for anime men and women. Yeah, that could be good. Overly quirky. Y'all know why. It's like quirky. I think being indecisive is so bad at times, especially with food. I like, you be a little bit indecisive, not like excessively. We can work on it. I cosplay and you'll love me more. Hey, you know what? I'm an anime cat girl online, you know? If I said day where it's not gonna work, it's crazy. Another bad drivers tend to rage a lot more verbally. I love yelling at cars when I did this earlier. Someone changed lanes and then was driving slowly in front of me and they didn't use a blinker. And I was like, oh, so we're just changing lanes, not using our blinker, and they're just gonna fucking drive slow. Is this a pastime for you? And that got over. Yeah, I would say thirsting over Leon Kennedy counts. Has a very specific coffee order. I love that. I love that. I love knowing someone's things. I also quote TikTok IRL. Gamer, amazing. Stuffed animal collection, amazing. Female masculine hobby, male with girly hobby. Yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Anger issues? No, thank you. Had a recent on-again, off-again relationships. This one's very situational as well. That's a hard one. On and off again relationships. Are you going to be the one that breaks the cycle, or are you going to be back in that routine with them of like they're on again, off again with you as well, or you know they break up with you to get back together with their ex? That's a really, really hard one. Platinum driving history, but way more comfortable being the one driving. I get car sick so easily, and I just prefer driving a lot of the time. Anime figurine collection. Are they hot women, and can I look at them? Because I don't know, it kind of depends. How much of a weeaboo are you, you know? Doesn't like when you're with your friends. That's a bad but manageable, because again, like I said, that's kind of like a hard deal breaker for me. But if I am like, hey man, you're just gonna have to deal with it, and they're like, okay. Says they do not care. Not the worst thing. It depends about what, but Some people just don't care. Refuses to try your hobbies. This is actually a deal breaker for me. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, cool. Refuse to try your hobbies is a deal breaker. You gotta be invested in the things that I like. You gotta at least try. No motivation, dreams, or goals. That's a deal breaker for me. You gotta have something you want in your life. I think everyone does. While I use their phone, depending on the situation, I don't let people use my phone ever. I don't care for a relationship. Likes obscure music only. That could be good. You could introduce me to something I've never heard before. And there's hobbies instead. Yeah. Doesn't like music. That is actually a deal breaker. If you don't like music, I can't date you. That's one of the biggest thing that I am like. I love talking music with people. If you don't have any opinion about music, you're like, I don't listen to it. I can't be around you. Early bird, night owl. I don't care what you are. I will probably still talk to you at some point. I'm chronically online, so that's fine. Disney adult, it's whatever. Racist comments as a joke is no, thank you. I'm good, thank you. I don't trust you if you don't like music. Exactly. I think my biggest psycho. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, roller coasters also make me really motion sick. That's one of the hardest things for me. Dark humor could be good. Depends on how dark of humor. I don't care if you watch porn or not. I don't give a shit. Does not ever dress up for a date. That's bad but manageable. We can work on it. I'll make you look cute. I like when my partner looks cute. You know? Super attractive. Interesting. Tries to act cool. I think I like it when people try to act cool and they're like all corny and stuff, you know? They get ideas. Jesus Christ. Cannot do roller coasters, really? Wait, does anybody else in chat get motion sick? Like pretty bad, or is it like a fear thing? Who here gets motion sick and who here is like scared of roller coasters? Concerts, so yeah, you have to, yeah, no, exactly. That's how I feel too. It's like I enjoy music so much. I can't be with someone who doesn't like music at all. Even if you have different music tastes than me, that's totally fine. But like, I can't, if you don't listen to any music, I need someone who likes music. Trey Man, thank you for the follow, welcome to the team. So passenger specifically, yeah, too motion sick, yeah. Roller coaster the fear thing. Okay. See, I like that you guys can relate to me. Do some sick driving. You want to see a donut? Gets pulled over. Assumes familiarity very early on. I actually really like this. I mean, like, not like. Actually, I should say that was my immediate thing. I like when people just immediately pretend like they know me and then we slowly get to know each other over time. I like when people are just immediately super friendly because that's how I am. Can't do roller coasters fear. Okay. I think I'm a little bit scared of heights, but not like so bad. But I also just get motion sick. Love bombing is a pretty bad red flag, I will say. That's a pretty bad one for me. I love you very early on. It depends on how long I've known them. I say I love you to a lot of people. I say I love you to a lot of people. So it might slip up that I say that I love somebody when I've not been dating them, you know? Picky eater and hard no section. Oh, did I? Is that what happened? Wait, where'd it go?
Stinky.
Oh, that was neutral. We'll put it back in neutral. Massa Washington, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. How you doing today, sweetie? Forgets the important holidays or anniversaries. This one's like you can work on it. I think that's kind of close to being a deal breaker. You want to see a donut? Pulls out Krispy Kreme box. Thanks. Don't make me go to work. Call out from me. If you give me your store's number, I will call out and say that you can't come into work today. I'll do it. I'll call them right now. Hi, I'm calling on behalf of Michaela. She's really sick right now. She really can't come in. She doesn't feel good. I'm so sorry. She can't come in today. Staying over right now, my love. Give me your manager's number. I'll do a recording of my voice. Calls you daddy / wants to be called daddy. I hope they want to call me daddy. Michaela, say the thing. Also get in trouble. Oh. But. See, look. Mick does it, and we're in love. No one else. Only Michaela. Hey. No. Only Mick. First, I like this section, but you might overtake me. I'm just a silly guy, you know? My daddy is crazy. I think it could be good if you believe in conspiracy theories. There's some funny ones. I think that trying to convert your beliefs is also good. I think there's a level to it. You know? Why you know share? Because that's my wife, bro. Has no filter. I love it when people don't have a filter. Strongly believe in zodiac signs, horoscopes, astrology. Ooh. Not the worst thing, but not my preference. Yeah. I throw away leftovers. That's fine. Goes with the flow. That could be good. I'm you know, road rage is a very big red flag for me. If you're screaming at people on the road, no. Wants to live together within the first year or before marriage. Before marriage, I believe that you should move in with one another. In the first year of knowing someone, I don't think you should move in together because so much of your life is really tied in. And I think you should get to know someone a lot better before that. So I'm going to put that in depends on the situation. So then she sends me to the corner. I don't really care. Boop, our Father who art thou in heaven. Can I just say Father? No. Doesn't make time in their schedule to see you. That's I mean, bad but manageable, but very big red flag. Like, if they're making time for you, hello? Emotional outbursts. Probably a deal breaker. Solves disagreements with this silent treatment. That's also a deal breaker, because that also shows, like, a lack of communication. You're just like Papa! You need to do the 3-month rule at least. I agree with that. Constant self-deprecating jokes are bad but manageable because I don't think you should make them about yourself. Not that I don't, but, like, you know. Has a child from previous relationship. This is kind of odd for me because I don't want children, and so not the worst thing. Not like, oh my god, like end of the world. But it is kind of like a weird point. My mom is somebody who I have a half brother who's older than me, so she went into dating my dad knowing that he had already had a kid with somebody. So it's like I respect her a lot for that and her perspective on it, but she also really wanted kids, so you know. But yeah, it also really depends. Are they still in contact with their significant other? What happened with that person? Why did they have a kid together and they're not together? Did they pass away? Was there a disagreement? Were they married and got divorced? You know, do they have a good relationship with that person? Do they co-parent well? You know, even if they hate that person, are they still able to be a good parent to that person? Am I being introduced in a way that's healthy for that child? You know, there's a lot of things that go along with someone having a kid, you know? Yeah, I've been on dates where people don't ask questions about me, and I hate that. So, nope. No, thank you. Always want to split the bill? That's fine. I'm fine with that. I expect you to pay for everything? No, actually. It's terrible. Do you borrow money a lot? I don't loan money. I don't loan money. So I'm going to say instant deal breaker just because I don't give out money. Whole personality revolves around one thing. It's bad but manageable. Sometimes people need hobbies. So you don't own them until marriage? Girl, what did that mean? Get in the deal breaker category, you silly. Change the plans to better suit them. It's bad but manageable. Maybe not, probably not the worst thing. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Is a huge red flag. Also, yeah. I mean, sometimes, like, I'll borrow money from my mom on, like, a Thursday and I get paid on Friday just because I want something then. And, like, that's fine. Can't help my worst, don't deserve me at my best. I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna say I don't fucking care. They miss high school. Depends to what degree, honestly. Because, like, I miss high school because I miss playing music in a group like that. But I'm not sitting there reminiscing over, you know, being in school. So it kind of depends on why they miss high school. Unsure about their sexuality. That I'm kind of neutral on because a lot of people start questioning their sexuality after finding out how hot I am. I'm an androgynous person to a degree. I obviously lean very feminine, but some people will be like, I don't know that I'm entirely straight because you're not entirely feminine. And I'm like, that's fine with me. I don't care. As long as you're into me, that's fine. I think that's also, I think that part of that too is also, I'll put it in the unsure about the sexuality. I don't want to be the girlfriend that someone dates to see if they're actually queer. Because that happens a lot. I'd rather you date me because you like, you know, obviously because you like me, but also part of that is I don't want to be a test for you. Yeah, but as long as you like me, I think that's okay. Constantly take photos or selfies together. I'm fine with that. I am really fine with that. I love it. You know what? I'm going to put this one down here. I fucking love when people have tattoos. I love tattoos. Needs a relationship to include sex. Do relationships not have sex? Yeah, I'll put that in the, I like that one. Constant messy living space. This one is, it really depends on how messy it is. I think that it depends on the person how messy they are. I'm a messy person. It's okay to be a little bit messy as long as you like clean up every now and again, you know? How much a lot though? I have an upper limit. Yeah. They especially any issues during the relationship. Red flag. Have to do everything together. This one's bad but manageable. I don't want to do everything with my partner. I hope they don't want to do everything with me either. I can't hold eye contact during a conversation, so I'm not going to judge someone for, you know. She's been good. We're hanging out. We're yapping today. Lack of a social life. Yeah, that's fine. Not their first marriage. That's fine. Treat you like their therapist. That is also fine with me. I'm okay with being a little bit of a therapist. I do enjoy it. Not an active listener. Deal breaker. There you go. There's the list. Enjoy. Quick read it. 3, 2, 1. Going back to this screen. What now? There's my thoughts and feelings about things. I hope that you learned something today. My nose is getting stuffy and it's pissing me off. My room is like so stuffy. I need to go open a window or something. But yeah. That's how I feel about things. I'm tired. I'm crashing out. That was a lot of reading and a lot of thinking with my brain noggin. And I'm really tired. And I want to go lay down. I got a big day tomorrow.
Yippee.
Thank you for the videos. Thank you for the videos. The boob is stinky. Mods, can we ban that guy? Here's a lot of it. Thank you. Download as an image. That takes a lot of work. My note. Oh my God, Britt. Thank you for asking because I want to talk about this. They're healing really good. I'm taking such good care of them. I've only missed. I do 2 cleanings a day. One is with saline, like wound cleaner. Very specific one that I was given. That I was told to get. And the other one is I run my nose under warm water every day. Obviously, when I shower, I do that. I just stick my nose in there. And they're healing really well. I get a stuffy nose a lot when I'm streaming because I'm not sure. I think it's an anxiety thing. I think it's from talking. But they're healing good. They're not in too much pain. I've accidentally hit them, grabbed them a few times, and they're not swollen or anything. And I hope that the healing, you know, knock on wood, continues to go well for me because they've been healing really well, and I'm very happy about it because I have had my nose piercings like come out twice now, and this has been the first time that they've stayed and done, you know, well in my face. They're studs. They look like little nails in my nose. They're flat backed ones. Thank you, Zelaria. I have a lot of fun stuff planned tomorrow. You guys will probably find out about it on my Instagram. I'm not going to spoil anything just because it's kind of up in the air if who I'm hanging out with is going to be in town or not. Not a huge if, but a small one just because of the way that, you know, flights are going and everything. If you guys didn't know, the government shut down right now. TSA workers are not getting paid, which is why flights are getting canceled left and right, and you know, airport lines and TSA and everything is just hectic and crazy and terrible. If you are flying, please be nice to the people working. They're not getting paid right now. They will get back pay. But yeah, so you know, just because of that being a real thing that is going on right now, it is kind of hard to say that this person will make it into town. They're supposed to be flying in tomorrow, and I hope that we get to hang out. But if anything, you'll see who it is, and we'll be playing Magic together is the important part. You might see. I don't know if I'll probably talk about it after the fact, but I doubt that I'm not going to talk extensively about it right now. Not that it's anything crazy. I just don't want to spoil it and have you guys get excited for me and then have you be disappointed. Okay, so let me see here. Who shall we go bother? Who shall we bother? I gotta look. I'm looking. It's Dan from the home team. It is not Dan from the home team. He refuses to come to California. I've been trying to get him into my basement for so long. I hate when that happens. Which reminded me of a movie. What are we talking about? I don't know what's going on. The song is Cold Like War by We Came as Romans. My nose is so stuffy. I worry about this basement. Don't worry about it. Who could cosplay Lord Farquaad? Dude, that'd be funny as fuck. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, if you get my plushie to 200 by the 4th, you got a week and a half. No, my God, my nose. I'm ending stream. You have a week and a half to do it. Go do it. We're fucking. I'm not even. I know I'm gonna play the song. I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna look it up and we're gonna play it. We're gonna listen to it. Ah, my nose. I'm gonna go shower and stop having a stuffy nose. Anyways, the plushie, if it gets to 200 by the 4th, I will cosplay whatever you pick. We've been sniffing, Boop. Just how stinky you are. Maybe what now? Nothing. I think my room is stuffy. I need to open a window when I go. Hear my nose. It was my nose. Yeah, if you buy the plushie, and you should, and I would appreciate if you did. I can't believe it's gonna be a real thing. Yeah. Also, I got to monetize on TikTok, so don't watch any of my TikToks. Go watch me on YouTube, because I make more money off of there anyways. Haha, y'all bought me a new magic deck from watching my stuff. So thank you. Pick your nose for the cosplay? That's funny. Oh my gosh. Anyways, please go buy the plushie if you haven't already. Pledge $2 now. Pay $30 on the 4th. Lots of fun stuff coming up soon. Lots of stuff that I haven't been able to tell you about or show you or anything like that. Some just awesome, really cool stuff that I'm excited to be a part of that's coming out in the next couple of months. And of course, all my stuff that's coming out soon, which is awesome. But the plushie, thank you for funding it. I don't really know what to say. It's just been weird. It happens so fast, and I still can't comprehend it. Playing your vid saying YouTube answers original, saying TikToks are copy. No, I think TikTok just fucking hates me. But that's actually a good question. I'll have to look into that. Thank you for bringing that up. I'll ask people I know about that, because everyone I know does that. So, anyways, I love you guys very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me through my stuffy nose and all. You guys are wonderful. And I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you. Tomorrow's stream is a big maybe. If not tomorrow, there will be a stream on Saturday. There probably will be a stream on Saturday regardless, just depending on what's going on this weekend, basically. But yeah, anyways, I do commissions on the site. If you guys ever want to commission me for any type of artwork, you can do that there. I do limited slots every month, by the way. I have a Throne if you guys ever want to buy me anything on there. I also have a Discord. That's the best place you're going to find updates on my schedule and all that kind of stuff. Follow me on all my socials, except for TikTok. Fucking apparently. I also have new merch. New merch on Uwo Market and merch on 4th while it's a little bit cheaper for you guys, just because I know that Uwo Market is a very high price point. Here's our raid message. First one is for followers. Second one is for subscribers, aka the Femboy Army. I love you guys very much. Copy the raid message. Eat food, drink water. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Okay, bye.